Hey everyone, so this is part 5 of my testimony. Proverbs 28 verse 13 says, "Whoever conceals their transgressions will not prosper, but whoever confesses and forsakes them will obtain mercy." So when I was 6 years old, all the way till I was 18 years old, I did not tell anyone that I was struggling with same-sex attraction. It wasn't until I confessed my same-sex attraction sin to a female classmate of mine while I was in Bible college. I remember it was around October 2010 when I first confessed my sin struggle to anyone. From there, my female classmate suggested that I talk to the counselor of the Bible college. And when I did, my counselor suggested that I tell my parents. I remember being absolutely terrified. I remember thinking my parents aren't going to understand, my life is going to get worse. But the counselor and God made it clear, those who are in authority over you, spiritual authority, God-given spiritual authority, are those who you must confess your sin to. Not to friends, not to your classmates, but to those who God has put spiritual authority over your life. So in this case, my parents. So in February 2011, I told my dad, and later I told my mom on the same day about my struggle with same-sex attraction. And I admit, they took it hard. However, fast forward to 2022, and I'm able to walk in complete deliverance over same-sex attraction. And I truly believe it was because I told my parents, who God has put in spiritual authority over me when I was 18. That act of faith allowed me to prosper. There is no formula to overcoming same-sex attraction besides trusting in the Holy Spirit who lives in you. Now let me be the one to say it. I am speaking in the Spirit now. The Holy Spirit is telling you, if you struggle with same-sex attraction, to tell those, confess to those who have spiritual authority over you. So your parents, if your parents are Christian, especially if your parents are pastors, your pastor, and other people who God has put spiritual authority over you, who you recognize as speaking life into you. Hebrews 13:17 even says, those leaders who you have to submit to are keeping watch over your soul and must give an account to God. Therefore, now is the time to tell them, because now is the day of salvation. Don't wait any longer. How can your parents, or those who God has put in spiritual authority over you, pray for you to overcome sin if you haven't even told them about the sin you're struggling with? Those movies you have seen, created by non-Christians that have shown parents, responding negatively to their child coming out to them, or by accident finding out that their child was homosexual. Those movies, even though they're based on true stories, they're not your life. Even if your parents respond negatively, you still did what God commanded. And God will help you and bless you through the storm. You will grow tremendously in your faith as a result. And like that verse I said earlier, Proverbs 28:13, those who confess and forsake their sin will obtain mercy, they will prosper. So again, now is the day of salvation. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.